I'm Paul Psolga, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com, and today we're going to look at the 20th question from Digital SAT Test 2 Module 1. Number 20 reads, which choice completes the text that conforms to the conventions of standard English? Whenever you see this question, you want to look at the answer choices first because you want to anticipate what the answer is. So answer choice A and B, you've got a period and a semicolon. Both are used to separate two independent clauses. So it's unlikely that it's going to be either of those. Now some may teach just eliminate those right off the bat. There might be and that's good advice if you're scoring middle of the line, but if you're scoring in the 700s, then you want to make sure that the semicolon's not used as a super comma, which is another discussion, not for this video. And then when we look at answer choice C, well, you're not pausing there at all. And answer choice D, you need an independent clause before the colon. And what comes after has got to be either another independent clause or something you expect. But based on answer choice A and B, I'm anticipating there's not an independent clause after. And if that is the correct answer, you are pausing and it's something that you'd expect after. Let's go to the sentence. A group of ecologists led by Alex Mithofer at Max Planck Institute for Chemical Ecology in Germany examined the defensive responses of two varieties of sweet potato plant. And could that be its own sentence, up to and including plant? Yes, it can. You've got the subject, it's a group, and you've got the verb examined, and it is a complete thought. So then when we start with TN57, which is known for its insect resistance, and TN66, which is much more susceptible to pests, I've asked students this question before. A lot of times they think that that is an independent clause, that could be its own sentence. It cannot because of the word which. If I took away the word which, it would be an independent clause. TN57 is known for its insect resistance, and TN66 is more susceptible to pests. So for a simpler example, I could say the dog ran outside. But if I say the dog which ran outside, then it turns that independent clause into no longer an independent clause. I'd have to continue it to make it an independent clause. The dog which ran outside jumped over the fence, something like that. So anyway, the second part is not an independent clause. So answer choice A and B are gone. If there's only one option for a semicolon, it would only be for separating two independent clauses, not two independent clauses. And what comes after is not an independent clause. Then you got to ask yourself, would you pause after sweet potato? Two varieties of sweet potato, TN57, blah, 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 blah. You do pause. And we have the independent clause before. And when it says two varieties of sweet potatoes, you're expecting to hear what those two varieties of sweet potatoes are. So we've got the independent clause before, you pause, we're expecting to hear something after. D is clearly the best answer. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has difficulty with what's the difference between a colon or a semicolon. Could you choose the semicolon or the period if both of them appear as answer choices? If there's any question you'd like to answer from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out that 1-minute video on TikTok.